Hi everyone, Fred Delgado with the Fred Delgado Real Estate Group once again. So today we are going to share some of the best information there is on the market. We're going to talk about the best programs that exist to be able to buy a home. And today we have a very special guest, of course, Mr. Cole Dahn with TrueWest Mortgage. And what I would like to ask our audience, please make sure that you click on the bell icon below and you subscribe to our YouTube channel. That way we keep you informed. You get notifications when we have very special guests like the one we have today, and know that as they come up in these programs, you'll know what's happening. So as one of our preferred lenders and having great experience with you, share with us and with me and the audience what different types of loans exist out there for a home buyer? What is out there for them to understand?
Yeah, definitely. There's several different loan types out there, but there's three that are more predominantly used than others.
Okay.
That's FHA, VA, and conventional.
Mm-hmm.
FHA, a lot of first-time home buyers will kind of go that route. It's a little bit easier to qualify for, more lenient on credit requirements. Okay. And a limited down payment where only 3.5% of the purchase price is required.
Oh, that's nice. So you're saying that for an FHA buyer, I'm assuming you can only have one FHA loan at a time.
Correct.
And for that FHA buyer, the credit requirements are not as strong as other programs, and also that you only need about 3.5% to be able to qualify down payment for the house.
Correct. Yeah. FHA is going to be for primary residence only.
Okay.
3.5% down is fairly small compared to other loan types.
Okay.
So for example, a $200,000 home, you're going to have a $7,000 down payment.
Fantastic. Very nice.
For individuals that have had any kind of bumps and bruises on their credit over the years, FHA is the most flexible with working through that stuff.
Oh, that's good to know. So you talk about FHA. What other program would we have out there that's available?
So we've got VA, which is amazing, especially where we live. You've got to be a veteran to take advantage of that. So either active duty or a veteran.
Mm-hmm.
It's 100% financing, so there's no down payment requirement.
Oh, nice.
And no monthly mortgage insurance, which is a huge benefit for veterans.
So you're saying that if we have somebody in the service currently or is a veteran, that they can buy a house without any money down?
Correct.
And that is a legal process, and that is a benefit of being a service to our country.
Correct. Yeah.
Fantastic. So that's beautiful. Any other types of loans that we have?
The third one's conventional. That's generally going to be somebody that's purchasing their second or third home that maybe has a little bit more established credit, larger down payments. That's a big part of it.
Okay.
With conventional, if you're able to put 20% down, you're going to do a conventional loan because that's going to give you the best terms, best interest rate, that type of stuff.
And then you eliminate your mortgage insurance.
Correct.
As well. So that's great news. So then how does a buyer get approved to get a home loan?
So the process up front is getting pre-approved,
Okay.
which I recommend doing that at the very beginning before you even really consider looking at homes, so that you know what you can qualify for and what that's going to look like. For a lot of people, they may want to purchase something that's a little bit out of their price range, so they need to figure that out up front. The pre-approval process is simple. It's a 5-10 minute conversation over the phone, or we can have you complete an application and send it in along with a couple items like pay stubs and W-2s.
Fantastic.
Once we've got that, we can kind of figure out which loan program you're going to qualify for and up to how much, so you're comfortable when you're out shopping knowing that this is actually a home I can purchase versus hoping that you can purchase.
And one thing I need to let our audience know too is, in order for us, the real estate professional, to submit an offer on your behalf for a home that is for sale, it must include a pre-qualification form from a lender. So with the offer that we submit, it's important to know that you qualify up to at least the amount that the home is being purchased for to some extent, or you have additional funds. But in general, the pre-qualification or the pre-approval will help us to make sure that when we submit an offer, you are a strong and solid buyer. So that's good to know. So what other steps are there to get a home loan?
Once you've identified a property and negotiated and had to come to terms on a property, From there, we kind of get together, we'll gather additional documentation such as bank statements, a few other items. It's fairly simple from that point. Most of the work's done on our end. We're submitting your loan to the bank to have an underwriter go through and review your credit and income and assets. But at that point, we should already have a good idea of whether or not you're going to qualify before we ever get to that point.
That's actually a great point. So how do you know how much our buyer or our client qualifies for?
That's why we take the steps up front. We go through an application, and not only are we reviewing your credit to make sure you check all those boxes, but we do have you send in pay stubs, W-2s, if you're self-employed, possibly tax returns.
Okay.
And from there, we're calculating your income. We know exactly what you're going to qualify up to, so that we don't have surprises when we go into underwriting.
That's fantastic.
And don't have any delays in closing.
So with that said, Cole, what are the costs of getting a home loan?
Well, that can vary. With a company like mine, we don't charge anything up front, so you're not going to pay an application fee or a deposit. Some companies do charge those type of fees. But when it comes down to actually processing the mortgage, you're going to have title fees, because the title company handles the transaction and the interaction between the buyer and the seller.
Okay.
We do have to pay for your homeowner's insurance for the first year.
Okay.
And typically set up an escrow account so that we're starting an account for you that will pay your homeowner's insurance and property tax when it becomes due in the future.
And that is done by the bank through the loan process,
Correct.
which is already included in your mortgage payment every month. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, and outside of that, every transaction is going to be different. If there's an HOA involved, if a buyer chooses to purchase a home warranty, that can change things a little bit. But overall, the expenses are fairly minimal.
Okay.
And generally speaking, there's nothing up front.
Fantastic news. Well, Cole, I think that helps us quite a bit. Thank you for joining us today. It was a pleasure speaking with you. Again, this is Cole Dahn with TrueWest Mortgage, and on your behalf, Fred Delgado with the Fred Delgado Real Estate Team, like to make sure that if you do have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. Our phone number here is 602-308-8494, or you can go to our website at freddelgado.com. Again, loyalty, passion, results. Thank you.
Thank you.